Hey, good morning or good afternoon, whatever time zone you're in when you get this. I wanted to take a minute and contact everyone in our group and just one-on-one in a personal message so that you can respond back to just me so no one else will see this, no one else will see your responses. And just let you know how glad I am that you're in our group, that you've made the commitment to get started on your fitness goals or continue them, because continuing sometimes is harder than getting started. After a long time of maybe not seeing the results you want to see, or things progressing more slowly than you had first hoped, that can be hard to keep pushing forward. So I wanted to start by saying thank you for being a part of it. You guys keep me going every day. And today I haven't exercised yet today. And I know that as soon as I look in our group, I'm going to see 4 or 5 of you have posted that you've already worked out. And I'm going to be like, oh, okay, well, I really can't make up any excuses. I need to push through and just do it, whether the kids are whining at me or not. Secondly, we're like 2/3 of the way through January. I don't set New Year's resolutions because I think they're bunk. It's too easy to quit. It's too easy to quit when you have a whole year to work towards something. It's too easy to just push it off for later or forget about it even and just not work for it. So if you set a New Year's resolution, that's cool. I'm not poo-pooing your resolution, but I hope that 2/3 of the way through January, you're still pushing. It's only been a few weeks. And if you've already given up or you already feel like a failure, that's okay, because that's the point of this group. I love Miss Frizzle and her mantra to take chances, get messy, and make mistakes, because that's how we learn best. This is not a group for perfect people. I am not a perfect person. Brittany is not a perfect person. We both have fully committed to our journeys, and so we're seeing progress. And that is what the difference is between someone who is not seeing progress and someone who is. And that's not to like be across the board if you're fully committed and not seeing changes. There are other things that go into it too, but that's where it starts. If you haven't fully committed, then this is the day to do it. We're going into the weekend. Everything gets like dead in our group over the weekend. And I'm guilty of it too, because during the weekend, I turn my phone off, my computer off, and I pay attention to my family, and that's all that I really do. But I try to still check in and just read all your messages and things you post. But I want to encourage everyone in the group to commit again today, to do your workout, to drink your Shakeology, to stick to the nutrition plan. Or if you don't even know what I'm talking about, then go on to Beachbody On Demand or pull out your DVD set and read the nutrition plan, start to finish, and commit to it, to living it. Right now I am baking, my kitchen's kind of a mess. I'm baking breakfast muffins from a post on 80 Day Obsession, so that in the mornings at 4 o'clock in the morning, I have no excuses not to eat the right foods, not to stick to the nutrition plan. And then an hour later, I eat my breakfast. I eat. An hour later, I exercise. When I'm done, I drink my Recover formula. And an hour later, I eat my second breakfast with my kids. And then I have like 2 or 3 meals throughout the day, and I just do it. I schedule it into my phone if I have to. I do whatever I need to leverage the laziness, like I talked about earlier this week, and I just make it work. That sounds daunting though. That sounds like you already have to be perfect to be successful, and it's not true. I want to make it very clear to everybody in this group that this is not a group for perfect people. It is a group for people who are willing to put in the work and the commitment consistently. That means failure. That means you're not going to be hitting the mark every time. That means that you're going to try something and it's not going to work. So you're going to go back and think about it some more, and you're going to try something else, and it might work, but it might not. And so then you're gonna go back and ask some people some questions and get some feedback and get some more ideas, and you're gonna think about it some more, and you're gonna try something different, and you have a better chance of success, but it still might not work. And every time that you go through this process, this taking chances, getting messy, and making mistakes, you're learning from it. This group is not about 1 month and then you're out. This is about a lifetime of making healthier changes, little bits at a time. And over the course of your life, you will get to be the person you want to be, but it's not going to be overnight, and it's not going to be in a month, and it's not going to be just all at once. On the flip side, balance is important. And I will be the first one to admit that, because my life gets pretty unbalanced sometimes. But If you scale back too much, especially after you've gotten some traction and started hitting some ground, if you scale back too much, you're going to lose it. I know some of you have been in this group for a long time, over a year even, and you've seen some really big progress. Don't quit now. Don't let up the reins. Don't go back on those marks of progress you've already hit. Keep pushing forward. And if it's hard, then you're doing it right, because life was not meant to be hard. Was not meant to be easy. Sorry. Life was not meant to be easy. If it was meant to be easy, it would not be hard. That's one of my very favorite quotes from President Boyd K. Packer, one of the leaders of my church. If life were meant to be easy, then it would not be hard. But it is hard, and it's hard for lots of different reasons. And if you're a religious person or philosophical, or you subscribe to the same kind of beliefs that I do, then you would know that every single time you hit a trial or a bump or a roadblock, or you get pushed down, it's meant to make you stronger. That's why these programs are hard. That's why these nutrition guidelines are really high. The expectations are high, because if we push for that level of success, then even if we don't make it, we'll still be farther than we would have been if we didn't try. So I hope this is a motivational message to you. I hope you watch it, and I hope that you will check in every day for the rest of the 90 days of this group. I don't know what number we're on, but it was a 91-day group. So I hope that you'll check in for the rest of the days. Let's see, we're about 20 days in. So we'll say we have like 70 days left. I'm horrible at math. So I hope that you will check in every day and tell us what's going on in your life, even if you hit the mark, even if you missed the mark, whether you're succeeding or failing. We're in this together. We're here to cheer you on, to motivate you, to help you push yourself farther than you would on your own. That's what accountability is. You have at your disposal, you already have the world-class fitness programs. And if you follow those, you'll see progress. You already have the amazing nutrition programs, which are like top of the line, industry standard, the same thing you get if you hired a dietitian, worth all kinds of money. And that's 80% of your success right there. So if you follow that, you will see success. And then we have this group to hold everything together and help us through those troubles and those trials and all of the troubleshooting that you have to face to figure out how to make the first two things work for you. And on top of that, then there are incentives and rewards through Beachbody, through the group occasionally, and just you can set your own rewards too. Okay, this is kind of a tangent, so I'm sorry if it's long-winded. Jacob and I started back in November to set monthly goals and then set incentives to follow up with, because that's when we shifted from, it's when we shifted to waking up at 2:30 in the morning every day. Since then, the time changed, so now it's 3:30 in the morning. But with my husband's job, he has to be an hour and a half away from here at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So we get up at 3:30 in the morning, and that was a huge life-changing transition. It was hard. So we set a goal that if we could do it every single day for 30 days in a row, we'd get a prize. And we pushed through. Some days it was just the prize keeping me going. And then in December, we did the same thing. New goals, new incentives at the end. And you know what? We pushed through. We did it. We made it. I won the prize. We actually haven't done it for January because we were so busy and so sick as the month transitioned. But still, the idea is there. Set an incentive. If exercise is your downfall, then exercise every day for 30 days and make your prize something cool that you really look forward to. Even if it's just like new exercise clothes or the gear you've been waiting for. Or for me, one year it was, I was doing a 3-month program. So I promised myself that if I made it halfway through the program, which was a month and a half, so 6 weeks, if I made it 6 weeks through the program without missing a day, that I would finally buy the weights that I needed for the program. So we bought like a $20 set of bands, resistance bands. And I did that for a month and a half until I maxed out the bands, until I did it 6 weeks without stop. And then I gave myself permission to spend the $200 on the weights that I needed. I still use the weights. They're the same ones I'm using for 80 Day Obsession. And that was like 4.5 years ago. Anyway, so set some incentives, but we have the whole package here. We have everything we need to succeed. But if you're not checking in with the group, if you're not engaged, if you're not committed, and if you're not consistent, you will not see the results that you want. So get back on board, recommit, message me with how this video made you feel. And then go and check in with the group today, and again tomorrow, and again on Sunday, and again on Monday, and again on Tuesday, and every single day, so we can cheer you on and help you through this process, because it is hard. It's hard for all of us, but we can all push through. We are all strong. All right, have a fantastic afternoon, and I'll talk to you soon. See you in the group.